Welcome to Maths with Bob. Today we're looking at the 3-minute series on statistics. In fact, we're looking at confidence intervals today. T-distribution, because basically the variances are unknown from the populations we're looking at. In this case, we're looking at the coffee machine populations. Okay, so it's inferences on the mean difference of the populations. Obviously, we are going to have to use a constructor for this. You can see here the constructor is fairly sophisticated. I'll just see if this works. Let's have a look. Yes, okay, that's not too bad. Okay, so the constructor you can see here is basically the differences in the means of the samples, plus or minus a t-distribution, if you like, factor with a certain number of degrees of freedom, which is n1 plus n2 minus 2. Okay, n1 and n2 are the sample sizes. In our case, I think the sample size is what? 42 minus 2, 40. So we're looking at a T40 alpha on 2 if it's a 95% confidence interval. Okay, we have a 5% on either side, so the alpha on 2 is 2.5%. Okay, yeah. And we're looking at, you can see the variances from our samples. This is obviously the variance from sample 1 over the sample size of sample 1, and the variance of sample 2 over sample 2's sample size, N2. Okay. Now this is a continuation of, you can see here, problem 1 about the coffee machines. You can see here the mean, well, the means are over here, and the sample sizes are here, variances are here. We have to find a confidence interval, a 95% confidence interval of the mean difference in coffee times. And as you know, the distributions are very quite similar. We are obviously assuming the populations are normally distributed as well. Okay, so let's have a look. Well, what do we do? Well, you can see here we put the means in, and we put a factor in. Now this is coming from the t-distribution at T40 at 2.5% at 2.021. Okay, and obviously these are the variances and the sample sizes here. When we put them in, we end up getting what? Minus 0.108 and 1.288. This is for the for the difference in the mean of the actual coffee machines, the two different coffee machines, and this is how long they take, the mean difference in times, in minutes actually. Okay, so you can see here 99% confidence interval. Okay, so it's 1% on either side, so it's a bit wider. Okay, 2.704 is the factor here, and you can see here we have a bit of a wider mean difference here. Okay, now as you know, the confidence interval 95% is a bit tighter than the 99% confidence interval. You can see here I put in the boundaries minus 1.08 and 1.288, and for the 95% confidence interval, and you can see here for the 99% confidence interval it's minus 0.344 up to 1.524, and you need the statistics tables and the t-distribution to get these values here. And you can see here, basically, they're fairly close in terms of the times they take to make the cups of coffee. Okay, you can see here the difference would be roughly about 1.4 minutes, and here it's about 1.9 minutes difference in times to actually make these cups of coffee. Okay, well, thank you very much for watching, and bye for now.